Did you hear that? So do you believe?
This is Rocky. He has a few passions and food is one. But this is a question he's been asking for 15 years.
How many of you believe in ghosts? Can you just raise your hand?
He's a ghost hunter, and even though he's written on the subject and been published, he believes
It's all a bunch of...
Rocky does not want to believe.
Why is that?
This is Mayur. He loves to travel. In most places he's visited, he's heard stories of supernatural happenings.
Are we heading the same way? Or should I go that way and you go this way?
What do you think the answer to that's going to be, Rock?
No matter who we are or where we come from, the one thing that connects us all is an inexplicable fear of the dark. Because deep down, we all know that in the dark lies the mysterious, the unknown, the supernatural.
Ours is an ancient land of mystery, a land where tales of the paranormal are whispered in every corner.
We wanted to travel the land in search of these stories. We wanted to go into the dark. We wanted to explore. These are our journeys into the unexplained.
Ghost,
Booth,
shade,
haunts,
revenants,
vampires,
zombies,
werewolves.
the bogeyman.
But my favorite is spirits. And talking about spirits, there's a wine shop. Want to pull over?
It's not the sort of spirit we're talking about. We're talking about ghosts, which is supposed to be the souls or spirits of dead people that have not quite left the living world yet. Or have they?
Hi, I'm Rocky.
And I'm Mayur.
And we've known each other for 35 years.
In our travels, both in India and abroad, we've seen some strange things. And no, I'm not talking about each other's faces. A lot of unexplained mysteries, a lot of things that leave you feeling slightly uncomfortable without knowing why.
आत्मा कभी मरती नहीं है, आत्मा अजर अमर है। मैं विश्वास करता हूँ जिंदों के लिए, हमेशा करता हूँ और देखा है मैंने।
Supernatural powers are powers which people believe in. It's pretty much a figment of your own imagination. If your village elders or if a lot of people who you trust in are giving you a particular phenomena or they believe in a particular fact, you automatically tend to believe it. Your mind tends to accept it a lot quicker. It's very few people who end up challenging this thought process.
I, for one, don't believe that spirits exist.
I believe that there are many things that are unexplained out there, and till such time that you know that it's not, you proved it conclusively, you should show respect and be a little careful.
My one piece of advice for all of you out there, and for you, my friend, is vincit qui se vincit. Or as they say in Latin, he conquers who conquers himself.
Are you speaking Latin because it's a dead language?
It is the ghost of Latin, my friend. What we are out to do right now is to try and find out if these things truly exist. And the best way to do that is to go to a place which is reputed to be haunted. And doing things in a grand style, we always do them. Did we pick on one spirit? Or two? Or three? No. What we did was pick on a whole haunted city. That's the city of Bhangarh.
Bhangarh in Rajasthan, near the Sariska Tiger Sanctuary, is reputed to be the most haunted place in India.
Bhangarh, they say, is a place where nobody can stay at night. In fact, nobody has ever done it before, as far as we know. It's because of the spirits and the haunts over there. So there's a whole bad reputation that comes with it. And I really don't like these beautiful historic places having a bad reputation. This place has a really eerie feel about it already. But look at all the deserted buildings around over here. Let me put my window down and take a look at this building up here. The terrain itself is inhospitable. There's high mountains, really bad roads, lots of water everywhere. Bhangarh is trying to stop us from getting there, Mayur.
This spot right by one of the gates on the outer battlements is a great place to stand and really appreciate how beautiful and large the city must have been in its prime.
Before it was destroyed and thousands of lives were lost.
There's a Hanuman temple right over there. There's a temple dedicated to Saeed from Ajmer right over here. And the people who are praying to him down there are Hindus. That's the beauty of this great country.
Believe it or not, these people are calling the spirits to find out what the future holds for them.
Up there is the supposed abode of Baba Balunath, a sage who meditated in the area. People also say that this same spot was inhabited by Singya, a powerful tantric who lived during the 17th century. His curse is supposedly why no one stays in this place. Sitting right here, he must have cursed the city down below.
It is very beautiful. And the interesting thing is that there are stories.
I'll go with the first one. Ajabgarh lies just about 20 odd kilometers that way. Ajabgarh and Bhangarh went to war. Both cities were mutually destroyed in this fierce battle that took place, and they were completely razed to the ground by each other's armies. However, Ajabgarh got re-inhabited later. Bhangarh still remains uninhabited, as you can see.
Another story involved a tantric with a crush on the queen. In order to entrap her, he did black magic and made an ether or perfume that would cause anything it touched to become attracted to him.
So he gave that ether to the servant of the queen, and queen got to know, and she sprayed on a stone. So the stone came towards the person, and he was crushed.
So the queen foiled the tantric's plan by spraying the perfume on a stone, and this stone, under the influence of the tantric's powerful attraction charm, literally went and crushed him. As he was dying, he cursed the city and it was soon destroyed.
यहाँ पे खाली जंगल था भयंकर। अच्छा। उसमें बालूनाथ जी महाराज रहते थे, तपस्या करते थे। भारमल राजा शिकार खेलता खेलता आया, उसको प्यास लगी, उनको कहीं पानी नजर नहीं आया। उन्होंने ढूंढने पे जाके प्यास बुझाई, प्यास बुझा के ही फिर उन्होंने महाराज से मिले, नमस्कार, सिर झुकाया, फिर कहा बोले मैं यहाँ एक राजधानी बसाना चाहता हूँ। उन्होंने कहा बेटा यहाँ भलपुर नहीं होगा।
Disregarding the warning Baba Balunath had given him, the king built the city anyway. But as Balunath had warned, Bhangarh did not flourish and has earned the reputation of being one of the most haunted places in India.
यहाँ पे हमने सुना है भानगढ़ में कि भूतों का वास है बहुत ज़्यादा।
हाँ सब बहुत ज़्यादा है। तो रात को जैसे सुन जगह में तो भूत क्या प्रेत भी सभी आत्मा भड़कती है भगवान। देखने तो मैंने जिंद भी देखे हैं, भूत भी देखे हैं।
यहीं भानगढ़ के इलाके में। So apparently there are lights over here at night. There are sounds of dancing. There are sounds of people talking. There are sounds of a marketplace. There's a whole lot of information that is becoming available of what people actually believe happens over here, and they have actually seen these things at some point. A strange shrieking sound. What is the sound you've just heard?
India abounds in legends of ghosts and the paranormal. Some are famous, most are unknown. And possibly the most famous of them all is the haunted town of Bhangarh.
This place at the back doesn't have water in it all the time. It's normally when it rains, and it hasn't rained here for a long time. However, they say that every year, if there is water in here, some people who are trying to swim here drown. We've also heard from someone who claims to have spent the night here that they were sitting out here and they saw a woman, a ghostly apparition, come and jump into this pool. And I can see Rocky smiling out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if I want to believe that, but who knows.
And we're standing outside the Dancers' Haveli.
This is the place that they say in the evening you can hear the sounds of dancers even though the space is completely deserted. So this is one place where I'm actually not looking forward to actually seeing a performance. Any of you come here and spend the night alone though?
Not alone, but get a group.
As a crew, we would like to stay here. As a crew, we would like to stay here.
But alone, no.
Alone, तो boss. Let's check first.
आप 1, 2, 3, 4 इतने सारे हम आदमी हैं। अगर हम बोले शाम को हमारे साथ यहाँ बैठ जाओ, बैठोगे आप?
नहीं, हम तो नहीं बैठे हैं। जब बता रहे हैं लोग तो दिल तो नहीं करता है बैठने के लिए।
अच्छा।
Maybe this was all mass hysteria. Something we had to witness ourselves.
Also, as it gets towards night time, of all the hundreds of people that were floating around here, they're all headed out now. All that's going to be left soon are the apes and Rocky and I.
And who knows what else.
Every trade has its tools, and ghost hunting is no different. So here with us are the tools of the ghost hunting trade.
This is the tri-field natural EM meter. This is going to help us with electromagnetism.
The EVP is used in paranormal investigations to record sounds that ghosts or spirits might make.
To be able to detect any movement on the physical plane, what we have here is this, a motion detector. And I put one on and I faced it the other way, and if I pass my hand in front of it, you hear that alarm, and that means something's moved. We're going to put these on areas where we suspect that ghostly activity can be seen.
Ghosts or any spiritual activity, when it happens, causes a drop in ambient temperature in an area. And to be able to measure that accurately, we have these. These are handheld infrared thermometers.
And now, for the icing on the cake, what this is a very powerful infrared camera, and in complete darkness, it will pick up anything that moves out there. Let me demonstrate it on Mayur. See this.
Lights out, please.
All I do is point it at Mayur. It takes a few seconds, and then I can pick him up in absolute darkness. Hello, Mayur.
How's it going?
You look even worse in infrared.
Thank you very much. Please tell me there's nothing standing behind me.
Oh, hello, madam.
How scary is a place? We use a spookometer to rate our experience.
If it's a 0, it's a picnic spot. If it's a 5, think about it. If it's 10, Bhangarh!
It's dark out there. It's about time we go and start working.
What is that?
Connect, Kaya, सामने आओ.
Night has fallen on Bhangarh, one of India's most haunted places, and we're going to walk around in this ancient cursed city to see if we can find any ghosts.
We started our hunt at the palace.
Let's go up these passages. Come on. Okay. It is really dark in there, but I can hear these bats. Not only can I hear them, I can hear them fluttering, and they're flying around over here. There's a whole bunch of bats in there. There goes one. It flew past right now. I just got whacked on the hand by a bat. This is the only exit for them to get out of, and there's a whole lot of them up on that roof. Oh my God, there's a hole in here, Mayur. You coming?
I'm going to assist you from the outside.
Thank you.
It's not like I'm scared, I'm very brave.
Ooh,
It's just
this is
a
tight.
Exactly.
You can hardly move. All right, you know what this is? Come on in. Come in over here. You need to come and see this.
These are the bits I don't like. Tell me why you think this is a good idea again.
We're in some kind of chamber over here. Now this is pitch dark again. It's not very high. It's quite a small place. And there's... Oh shit! There's some kind of hole going down over here. And it's not a staircase. Can you see it? Yeah, wow. Okay, there's no way we can go down this way. I think we really need to get down to the place where all the action is. That's down at the water.
Because that's where people have seen apparitions.
We've been sitting here at the pond by the Someshwar temple for almost an hour now, hoping for some sort of activity. Nothing.
We walked past the water and nothing really happened. But here's the eerie part. We've gotten out of that area and we're now heading towards what is the market. And already I distinctly heard the sound of footsteps behind me. Honest to God.
He always waits till the camera's on to say all these things because then he knows that I'm not going to run screaming. The market is called Johari Bazaar, and this is the place where apparently a whole ghost market sets up and people hear about it. What is that?
With all the sounds that we're hearing, it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually go out there and put a motion sensor in place, just in case something moves. Let's put it over here. This seems to be the narrowest part. Why don't you put the motion sensor down here? Yeah, it's armed. If anything moves, the alarm will go off.
What the is that? One of the motion sensors that we placed in the market went off.
Okay, we have two options. We can either try and go up there and find out what the source of that sound is, or we can try and sit here and see why that alarm keeps going off when there's nobody there. I think it would be interesting to see if the motion sensor is malfunctioning. I'm just going to go walk across and see if it sets off again. No, there's the alarm call again. There's a beagle making an alarm call and the motion sensor is off again.
Again, the motion sensor went off.
It's off again.
We could see nothing, but the alarm was clearly going off.
Our sound recordist heard some strange sounds.
Let's record this, record.
Like 2 or 3 things are happening simultaneously. He's hearing a strange shrieking sound. What is the sound you've just heard?
Someone cries as it's whistling like that.
Like obviously, the motion sensor is going crazy. This is the 4th time it's gone off. It's pointing at nothing. Take a look at the motion sensor. It's lying right there. There goes the sensor again. There's something moving across this part and we have no idea what it is.
We tried to communicate with any possible spirits at the dancers' Haveli.
क्या यहाँ पे कोई है? अगर तुम यहाँ पे हो तो कोई आवाज करो.
Almost immediately, stones started falling around us.
ये पत्थर कौन फेंक रहा है सामने आओ. We heard the sound of a large piece of wood being snapped. What was that sound? Did you hear that? Now the wind plays a lot of tricks with your hearing. Rustles, movements, sound like footsteps. Potential heart attack for me. Stone. Stones seem to be falling at regular intervals. It actually feels like somebody's throwing them. I don't know what it is, but a stone just landed right next to us, and I think it came from here somewhere.
Okay, this isn't even that funny anymore. There was a 3rd bloody stone.
Let's go. Come on. Move fast. Okay, nothing. I see nothing.
सामने आओ, कौन है?
That was scary. एक बार फिर देखते हैं. I see nothing.
सामने आओ, कौन है? कौन है? कायर, सामने आओ. Bhangarh has been really exceptional.
We heard lots of strange noises.
There goes the cancer again.
Bhangarh at night has its moments.
As far as I'm concerned, I was spooked.
So was I scared that night? You bet.
Bhangarh gets a 5. We don't know if it's haunted. We don't know if it's not. We leave that to you. But what we can tell you is that you need to think about this one.
It was exciting enough for us to want to go to another destination next week where hopefully we'll be able to find proof that ghosts do exist.
If in the meanwhile you know of any place or you live anywhere near a place that could be our next visit, something that's unnatural, supernatural, unexplained, write into us at this address.
There it goes again. Did you see that?
Let's just keep really quiet. Let's go see what it was.